Hi. So we're talking about this refresh event that we're hosting, and we, oh, there's a motorcycle in the background.
I heard it. I
Got my
did.
window open, then my husband turned on the air conditioner. It's so
That's
great.
called real life,
So,
Heidi.
yeah,
It's
real
real
life
life.
homeschool moms. We're
That's
dorks. We don't know
right.
what we're doing,
Our
but
kids
we're
are going to say this is so cringe. It's so
cringe, mom.
cringe.
Okay, well, so I started a Charlotte Mason co-op in 2011 and started these events back then. And basically, as far as I'm aware, there has not been a Charlotte Mason event for in-person community since before COVID. Do you know of any?
Crazy. No, I mean, I know that there are a few Charlotte Mason specific co-ops around here, and then there's the one private school. But since COVID, I don't know of any. I know, we have to travel quite a ways out of the city if we want to go to a good quality Charlotte Mason event like the LER or CMI, or maybe you know of other ones. I know.
Kind of Living Ideas is down in Iowa in
Mhm.
Okoboji, and then there's Charlotte Mason and the Driftless in Rochester. But all of those events are to 90 minutes to 4 hours away or
It's
farther.
so weird because we have so many people here, and
Yeah.
we do have a pretty strong Charlotte Mason community, relatively
Yes.
speaking. And then the fact that we don't really have any in-person, face-to-face opportunities to meet each other and to talk with each other, that's crazy. That was a real need that we're trying to meet, right, Heidi?
Yeah. So we are
Yay. That's what we're doing.
refreshing to refresh, you guys.
That's
We are
right.
refreshing the old paths. The last event I had before COVID, we had 55 people. We even had a
Wow.
couple from Fargo, North Dakota, and it was really
Wow.
great. Some
That's
a
amazing.
person from Omaha came, I don't remember, but out of state. So I just am hoping that this will be really encouraging for people. And
Hmm.
what are some of the other things we have down the pipeline that we're kind of thinking about? Because I
Yeah.
started a podcast called Charlotte Mason in the City, and we're kind
Yeah.
of thinking like, let's meld these things together. Do you want to talk a little bit about what we're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we were just getting really excited about kind of refreshing or reviving our local people, right? Kind of feeling the need for the local people to be able to get together and also to bring in some of these exciting, fresh voices who are kind of talking and writing about Charlotte Mason today. So we want to interview those people, bring those people's voices and insight to you all in our community. So that's one thing we're excited about. We're partnering with Ann Butler, amazing Ann Butler, and we want to just have these great conversations through the podcast. That was one thing that we've been talking about. And we've been talking about maybe doing some other face-to-face events in the year, right, Heidi? Like we were talking about one in winter, like J term, we were kind of calling it, right? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Just we're thinking with that, instead of having a full day workshop in the middle of winter, having more of a mother culture event that maybe is just a couple of hours on an evening, on a cold evening after the holidays to come together, but doing mother culture where we just encourage moms, parents, educators who want to come. Maybe we would do a handicraft, learn how to
Mhm.
crochet something, watch a movie and discuss it. Who knows? I mean, it could,
Yeah.
the sky is the limit, but just something that is more nurturing to us.
After
But
the
not necessarily.
busyness of all of the holiday
Yeah.
hoopla and everything, just kind of that reset button, that
And
refresh button.
And my
Hmm.
hope would be then that if we have these like-minded pockets of Christians, maybe, and also homeschoolers and also Charlotte Mason educators, that we're coming together kind of around this same purpose, but to build community, really.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
because like we're saying, there's not a lot of opportunity for like Heidi in St. Paul to meet with
Hmm.
Amanda in, the southern part of the city. And then I have a friend in the Northwest, but if there's just these touch points throughout the year to get together and
Yeah.
like encourage one another, I think that that would be really great. But also
Yeah.
to meet each other. Like you might have people that live in your neighborhood. Like I just connected two moms up in Andover. And
Amazing.
so like they're 10
Yeah.
minutes away from each
You
other.
never know who your neighbor is, even. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like we're still need some encouragement after COVID, which is 5 years ago, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
to like come out of our hole and really communicate with each other. I just met a fellow homeschooling mom who literally is 2 blocks away from me. I didn't know
Wow.
she lived there, and
Yeah.
she was on a nature walk with her kids, and that just happened yesterday just because I was wearing a t-shirt from my co-op. So
Yeah.
just
And I've
giving
got my
moms the
t-shirt.
opportunity. Oh, there it is. There it
And there's
is.
another mom at my
We just want to
co-op
give
who's
moms
at the
the opportunity
retreat.
to meet each other. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
for sure. And then in the spring, we hope to have another refresh event,
Mm-hmm.
maybe March or April, where it would be just a day workshop. And then do you want to tell a little bit about your Cindy Rollins event and how we'd like to do that for our local people? Maybe kind of
Yeah,
hybrid summer class?
kind of like a hybrid between in person and online, because summer is awesome because we get to travel and stuff with our kids. And but also we put a real high value on face to face, right? So we want to be able to let moms get together virtually for, I don't know, like a 4 week, 3 or 4 week time period. And we would pick out some living books and give moms a schedule, a reading schedule, and then just have a couple online meetings where we get to talk about what we're reading and bounce ideas off each other and talk about great art or great opera or some wonderful life-giving poetry. And then we'll invite a couple experts in to give some talks about what they know. So I participated in that Cindy Rollins group, Morning Time for Moms, it was called, and it was so lovely to just participate with these women. And I really appreciated that time. But really, the missing part for me, Heidi, was I didn't have any real people connections. So I did have a friend who actually encouraged me to enroll, and so we would talk about it. She and I would talk about it. But I was like, man, it would be so cool to do this with women who are in my, same zip code, or maybe not the same zip code, but you know what I mean, like.
You silly.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything's a 20-minute drive, right? So you could get to her house in 20 minutes. So, I mean, that's kind of what we want to do, right, Heidi, is like give an opportunity for women to make real face-to-face connections with real people. I feel like we really need that. We really
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah, and I think then a second kind of strand of that, which is kind of the name of the Charlotte Mason in the City piece that we're kind of exploring, is to also encourage and inspire us all to be missional in the work that we're doing. And
Yeah.
so thinking about like, how do we live this out when we live in a city or a more urban context? How does my family go on a nature walk when I have cement all over the place? But then I also have people down the street who are in need. I live so close to streets where we have homeless people
Mhm.
and drug addicts around and friends who are really struggling maybe in their marriage, or a single mom who's really wanting to engage with her kids. And so I think that's another piece that we're hoping to kind of rally around each other and say, like, is there a way for me, Amanda, you helped homeschool a friend, a child a few years ago and brought her to our co-op. Or
Mhm.
maybe we host children in our home through a local ministry, Together for Good, or all these different things. So as we gather, we're not just inward and thinking about ourselves, but it's like, how can we offer this beauty to our community? And I think,
Mhm.
I don't know, I want that to be distinctive for us, because I think a lot of resources for homeschoolers, it just, it's kind of, this is for me, this is about me, and this is what I need, and this is what my family needs. And those things are good. And it's
Right.
appropriate for us to prioritize like our duties first. But
Mhm.
I think that like as we have margin, and you and I are building new margin because our kids are working independently on their school.
Yes.
So we have these pockets of time where, oh, my child is reading their history.
Mhm.
I can make a little post and advertise our event or whatever. And so same thing.
Yes.
Um, like
Right. And that's a
we want to,
relatively new thing for us. And so, yes.
but even when you had smaller kids, you
Sorry
brought
to
this
get you off
girl.
track there.
No, you brought your this girl into your home and helped homeschool her for a year. And I think that was a huge blessing. And so those are little things that we can consider, like how can I bring someone alongside and
Mhm.
share this beauty? So not just how do I do this in the city, but then how do I do it for the good of the city? And I think
Yeah.
like we both share a Christian faith in Jesus, and that's something that's important to us. And so, like, what does it look like for this beautiful thing that we do together with our children to be available to others? And so, I don't know, that's what I hope
Mhm.
we can inspire people to do, and we
Mhm.
can do it together in a community, like face to face,
Yeah.
serving people.
And that's the beauty of it too. Like when I hear what heart you have for the inner city people that the Lord has really put on your radar, I'm inspired in my context to serve the Lord in the way that He's pointing out to me. So I don't know. I've just been refreshed, Heidi, working with you and hearing your heart for this. And I just know that we're going to be able to have these women mutually inspire each other. You know, we love the Lord, and there's just multiplication that happens when we get together and do that. So that's part of this whole big mission too, right? We like to dream big. We don't have small goals. We've
It's
got
a
big
big
goals.
vision. We have a big long video for you. So this will be on
Yep.
YouTube and maybe a mini podcast episode, and we can
Oh, there
share
we
it,
go.
and everybody can listen and learn about the events that we're doing.
And our kids
And
can
hope
cringe at how embarrassing it is,
Yes.
but that's
And
okay.
then hopefully Anne will be
When you
with
have
us
teenagers.
soon. Anne is actually
Yeah,
doing this
that'd be
beautiful event. So speaking of another way to before we wrap up here, another way to be
sure.
a blessing to the city. She lives in a more rural area on the outskirts of the city, but for years she's been hosting a book study. She has an event
Mhm.
tomorrow night about being outdoors, and she's having experienced homeschool moms come and share their stories as a panel to other women in her community. And so she's just
That's
taking
beautiful.
the time and the life experience to bless others. So it doesn't always have to be like inner city this or have someone in your home long term. It can be these small things, not that what she's doing is small, but incremental, or, this happened, this
It's
happened.
where she's at. It's what
Yeah.
she's doing already, and it's what she has margin for, and it's what the Lord's gifted her to do. And
Hmm.
that's her thing, but it's
Yeah.
inspiring for us to hear
Yeah. And
what
so we can just do
has
these
been involved.
different ways to serve and not just be thinking of ourselves. And Mason talks a lot about service to community. And I think we don't want to just tell our children to serve other people. We need to model that. And so that's
Yeah.
where we can rally together as parents and educators and say, like, how do we live this out? How do we serve our community? And then our children will learn by watching that. So we hope
Mhm.
that you'll come to our refresh event, and we hope that you'll um yeah, be blessed and actually meet people face to face, and just continue that. We all know that our screens are kind of stealing that from us and from our children, and we want to
Mhm.
fight against that. So we'll be together.
Yes, we want you to be refreshed, and then you can refresh other people. That's
Yeah,
what it's all about, right?
yeah. Just
Refreshing
as
yourself in the
Christ
Lord
has
and then
refreshed us.
refreshing other people.
Yeah, yeah. Amen.
Mhm.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
We
Hey, this is a good
really,
idea. We should do this, Heidi. We should do
yeah.
that.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.